Of course, he's back. Radio Hope, Mike Myers. First of all, I know that you play a lot of music, and I know that Spreaker's updated its terms and services. I don't know
Uh,
if you got that email or not, but it's pretty intriguing that we have to be careful what we play on here. So that's why I'm doing instrumentals from now on.
with that, I'll continue doing what I'm doing until I'm contacted and told not to keep doing what I'm doing. I can't believe that iTunes approved, the Apple
I
folks.
see because you're humble. I knew that would happen because you got some great content, and I think it's also maybe the volume of content that you produce, like the amount of it. Maybe that's why they also let you in. I mean, there's definitely a
Oh,
screening process, I think.
because a lot of people just that's all their shows are, just like music shows,
Yeah.
song after song after song. Yeah, I like to hear somebody say some at some point, even if it's not worthwhile to hear.
Well, right, and that's the thing. What we're trying that we should do better to inspire podcasters is like don't just come on here and do a podcast about nothing. Make it purposeful,
Yeah, I agree.
because I do feel like sometimes there's I don't know the purpose of some podcasts, and then other podcasts are moving. I don't know. It's like a mixture.
And what if the purpose is just because there's a friend of mine, Gary Russin, who just absolutely loves radio. He
Yeah,
has since, and
and,
I'm the same way. I just love,
and he
I don't
does
know.
do a great news bit at the top of every hour. I noticed that when he's live on there, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, very much so.
So, what's going on in Radio Hope world today?
Um, well, I don't know, dude.
I know you hate the word "dude" in context. So, what?
I, I was, I, I responded to a post on Facebook and I shouldn't have, and I did, and this young person referred to me as dude. So I just
And
thought it was,
so,
I just thought it was disrespectful. But I think that's what a lot of us. I have to check myself.
well, let me ask you this: I'm sure you'd rather be called Mike rather than Sir and Dude. You'd rather just be called Mike.
Oh, well, here's one of the problems with sir. Referred to somebody as sir one day when I had my retail electronic sales and service store. And I said, listen, sir. And of course, it was the way I said, sir. And he was probably, don't call me sir. But I think he was right. I mean, that can be, listen here, ma'am.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know. Maybe we're
I was
just a
just
little
thinking of the. I don't know. Then they make fun of all these people who have the "Can I speak to your manager?" look on Facebook. It's kind of funny, but it just there's a way to address people. There is a way to address people.
Yeah, and I think one of the best ways to remember how that is to be done is that we are all created in God's image. I mean,
Mm.
to refer to somebody as I don't know, a fag. I mean, come on, people. Golly, do you know fag is actually a term for a bundle of sticks?
And a cigarette in England,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, you're right. Ooh, you are a well-educated young man.
I play one on the podcast. Don't get me
Oh.
too fooled. All right. So in the Christian world, Ravi Zacharias was mourned yesterday. Did you have any
Yeah.
connection with him?
Actually, I got to tell you, I teared up. He is truly one of my favorite teachers, apologists, and could put up a fantastic quote argument with an atheist and just do it extremely well. If you've never seen him in action, you might want to check out some of his YouTube videos where he's addressing college groups, and he just does a great job of it. He just hits the truth. He just always comes back to the truth.
Mm. And
And I
I know
think
he is going to be sorely missed. Now, to me, I still am trying to grasp the apologetics, what exactly that is, because I'm not.
it doesn't mean you're apologizing. I used to
No.
think I used to think that. Why would I apologize for my faith? I think it's making a case for what you believe, and I think that's the best way to put it. It's just making a case. I could ask, who?
Who?
Alexa, what's the definition of apologetics?
Here's what I found on Wikipedia. Apologetics is the religious discipline of defending or proving the truth of religious doctrines through systematic argumentation and discourse.
Oh,
Well, let me ask you, do you think, I think why we mourn those legends, not only because they were legends, but maybe that the way of delivering it has certainly changed over the years and the classics really did it right?
yes, absolutely. Yep, with gentleness and respect, not fine, die and go to hell. See what I care.
Right. So it's just it's a big loss in the Christian community, and I'm glad that you had uh, gotten a chance. He never came into your studios, though, right?
Oh, no, 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 no. I would have considered that just an absolute honor, and he would have probably considered it an honor to be asked. That's the kind of guy that's just the kind of guy he is.
He seemed quite humbled, actually. That's for sure.
Very, very, very. There's something we've lost.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
some of us, not all of us. I'd be careful.
No, not all of us. We still have a lot of people out there who,
You and
as
I.
I told you, we got a guy in the National Football League, Kansas City Chief. He goes out and goes on the front line of the pandemic with his doctorate after winning the Super Bowl. So I mean,
Wow.
people. I mean, he's a rarity. Some athletes don't really do that today, right? They don't really go back on the front lines, but this guy did, and I was really appreciative of that.
And then others do that maybe shouldn't, but that's not a fair. No, 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 no. I guess we just need to make sure. I think everybody, we need to make our voice heard and
Right.
not be fearful.
Well, I know that you've got to get to a radio show in just a bit. So tell us what's up at 9 a.m. Eastern.
Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about faith and hearing things, and then who are we listening to? My wife will say stuff, and I'll say, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to check that out. I don't know where you're getting your information. And I do question her, but sometimes that I get the look.
Well,
it happens, and vice versa.
well,
And
I was gonna
sometimes,
say, did she question so she questions your information?
oh, yeah, yeah. I think it's good to do that. Where do you get your information?
And really, because it's the two of you, I think it's good that you bounce back and forth and keep each other in check, so to speak.
Is that some kind of a rate check? Rate? I'm just being a dork. Checks. I was thinking not cereal. Never mind. My
One
brain
last
is.
thing about checks, by the way. I think we're going to
Yeah,
get another one, right?
another. You know what? Interesting you brought that up. I don't know where you're at with all this stuff, but I hope we don't.
Hmm.
I hope we don't.
Well, they approved a $4.3 trillion package for who knows what. I don't know exactly.
Yeah, the House.
Yeah, the Senate did not vote that vote that up. I don't think so.
I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna go for it. I don't know. I mean, would I mind receiving it? I sure wouldn't mind receiving it. We just got set up on a bill payment for a $1,200 medical bill yesterday, and so it's been coming in hand. We haven't spent. Wow, we haven't even close to touch half of what we received. So it's come in very handy for us. We're just being very careful with. I did buy a new fillet knife yesterday, though. I'm so excited.
Ooh, that's good. Do you
Okay,
cook steak at home?
No, oh, we're talking fish fillet.
Oh,
I went fishing yesterday and caught a fish.
I guess I was thinking filet mignon or something like that. But
Yeah, well, I do grill. Yeah, but anyway.
fish fillet is also pretty darn good. Not gonna lie.
Well, I've gotten hooked on fishing again, so it's kind of fun.
And it's healthy for you. I mean, I used to have fish oil. I don't know if you used to do that too, but I used to have cod liver oil at times.
And how come you quit?
I just got busy. This is the thing. Before the pandemic, I was just running all over the place. So this really just settled me into a routine.
Interesting.
Hmm.
So something good has come out of this. Oh, by the way, I did talk to my daughter, about this whole getting tested thing. And she pretty much said the numbers are definitely skewed.
And by the way, one last backtrack, which is bad, but yesterday you had a pastor. You aired a preaching from, I believe, Ken Davidson. Is that right?
Yes,
Well, I guess people should go back and listen to that if they're interested. Why did you share his message?
because he was talking about COVID-19 and how, there's. I've loved this quote. Let me see if I can find it. I thought this was so cool. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Where did it? Oh, come on, Michael. Oh, fear is the dark room where negatives are developed.
Wow.
Isn't that profound?
I could just see it too, a black room and all the water and all your fears are like becoming coming up through the water, like in the dark room. It's very weird. It's very
Have,
interesting to
have you ever,
visualize.
and you're probably too young to have ever, I used to develop my own black and white film. And if you get that, you want to make sure you don't get the chemicals mixed up. If you stop it before you started to develop it, it ain't never gonna work. And if you're in a dark room, you don't always know which chemical pan is which. So anyway, I thought I'd share that.
Mike, it is such a beautiful process, yet I always felt like the movies like made it some creepy thing to be in the dark room developing pictures. But really it's a nice process for people to try anyway.
I still have one of my one of my sons, and I'm very proud of that picture. Actually,
Cool.
I enjoyed that. Okay, focus. I'm sorry.
One last thing. Well, I've
Yes.
never asked you this yet during this pandemic, but what exactly were you doing before the pandemic hit?
I was driving a van for the school, and I miss it.
I'm guessing it's starting to get to you. Like you want to drive again. These people.
I miss the in fact I had this conversation with Ruth Ann last night. She was listening to this preaching by this Ken Davidson. And she's only seen one other person in the last 2 months, and we're not made to isolate like this. It's having
No.
its that's why I got to keep getting out.
Yep. Hey, Mike, and you'll be on the air once again today at 9 a.m. Eastern. We will talk to you then. And stay tuned to a special playlist on YouTube where our video chats will also be aired, and you can catch up with us there.
Cool.
Mike
Hey,
Myers.
thanks for
Love you,
all
brother.
you do.
Have
Yep.
a great show at 9 a.m. Eastern.
Thanks. Bye.
You bet. I'm Alex Garrett. We'll talk to you soon.